The message is very simple. Hands off Burkina Faso. Hands off AES. So I don't see the reason why the United States, France, the Europe, they are so interested in the affairs of Africa. And anytime good leaders emerge, they will come out with propaganda through BBC, CNN, and all the Western media to manipulate the youth, come in, and you know what they do? We know. Let them know that we know what they do. They use the narrative of dictatorship, the narrative of human rights, the narrative of democracy, and then use that as a ground they work on to unalive our leaders. We have seen that. We have the track record. Today, it is not going to work. Today, that message is all over here. All Africans are saying that message, that Africa is for Africans. The resources of Africa is for Africans. Exactly. If democracy is the best system of governance, tell me how a democratic governance will be in Burkina Faso since independence, and only 3,000 roads are completed in Burkina Faso, the entire country. The message is simple. We are here to show solidarity to our brothers, the AES Confederation, and particularly the Burkinabe leader who has so many assassination attempts on him. We are saying that enough is enough. This man in question, Ibrahim Traore, is a leader. He is not a dealer. We had dealers in the past. Today, we have one leader we can point out to. There were days where we have good leaders and they were taken by the imperialists. Thomas Sankara, we were not there when he was taken out. Patrice Lumumba, we were not there when he was taken out. Gaddafi, we were very young when he was taken out. You know, back in the days, we are no longer in those days where the imperialists use power to shut the mouth of our leaders and use the media to manipulate the youth. Those days have passed. We are telling them that we are new generation revolutionaries who are saying that enough is enough. Today we have so much information, we can no longer be manipulated. They should keep their hands off Burkina Faso. They should keep their hands off the AES. Africa is for Africans. The resources of Africa is for us Africans. We did, Mugabe said it, that we Africans, we are not asking an inch of Europe. We never went there asking them anything. So I don't see the reason why the United States, France, the Europe, they are so interested in the affairs of Africa. And anytime good leaders emerge, they will come out with propaganda through BBC, CNN, and all the Western media to manipulate the youth, come in, and you know what they do? We know. Let them know that we know what they do. They use the narrative of dictatorship, the narrative of human rights, the narrative of democracy, and then use that as a ground they work on to unalive our leaders. We have seen that. We have the track record. Today, it is not going to work. We Africans, exactly, you can check it. The message, the purpose, and the reason why they took out Gaddafi, the same message Gaddafi was giving to them, that Africa is for African. That message, the imperialists don't want to hear that message. They never want to hear that message. Today, that message is all over here. All Africans are saying that message, that Africa is for Africans. The resources of Africa is for Africans. Recently, General Lanley, what brought this about? General Lanley, who is in charge of the AFRICOM, he made a statement telling the whole world that the leader of Burkina Faso is using the resources for himself, to protect himself. I want to ask General Lanley, where were you when the so-called democracy regime, when instability was so high in Burkina Faso, to the level where they have to declare Burkina Faso a danger zone? It took Traore to reclaim some of the territories. We know what is happening in Burkina Faso. We can no longer be manipulated. If you want to see the leaders that are using the resources to protect themselves, go to the democratic countries, especially West Africa. Look at the cars that the ministers are driving. Look at the cars, the life that the leaders are living, and tell me, compare with this guy who is always in the military. You know that car? Yes. So the car is the shocks. Even the shocks are not correct. This man, unlike Ghana, unlike Ghana and other African countries where they have Jubilee House and these beautiful places, flashy houses, and they go and enjoy their life. This man, this is the only president, active president, Ibrahim Traore. If he's not in the farm with the women, he's on the field with the soldiers. If he's not in the field with the soldiers, he's inaugurating a factory. If he's not inaugurating a factory, he is cutting short for another one. Tell me, if democracy,
not fat pot belly,
exactly, if democracy is the best system of governance, tell me how a democratic governance will be in Burkina Faso since independence, and only 3,000 roads are completed in Burkina Faso, the entire country, since independence. Odemaya went there and confirmed it. Currently, Burkina Faso is under construction. They have to massive construction. This man came on board and said, look, this country, we are going to build 5,000 kilometers of road every year. He bought all the equipment with the gold money that General Langley is claiming out there. General Langley and the United States should hear and understand that the resources of Africa is for Africans. It has nothing to do with them. The message is very simple. Hands off Burkina Faso. Hands off AES. Simple. Let me use this medium to send a message to ECOWAS leaders.
yes,
The rest of the leaders, especially Côte d'Ivoire, Ouattara.
yes,
This guy has been an enemy of Africa since the 30. Since the 30. When Blaise Compaoré, the best friend of Thomas Sankara, betrayed Thomas Sankara, when the whole thing leaked and then he faced arrest, he ran to Ivory Coast. He took shelter there until it took a lot for him to come back and serve justice. Today, it is confirmed from Burkina Faso that the people, the terrorists that are championing the agenda to destabilize this man, they are on the borders of Ivory Coast. We are sending a message to the Ivorian president. We know who you are. We know what you are doing. We are telling you that enough is enough. Hands off Burkina Faso. Revolution now.